Hello and welcome to Tootorials. Today we've got a quick little tutorial for you showing you how to make this. It's a basic Twitter reader for your website using PHP, making sure all the links and stuff like that are still working and all that. So it's pretty simple, and we've got a little link to your Twitter account up here. So first let's go and look at the code for this page, which is index.php. And as you can see, to start off, we have a small amount of PHP code, getting your Twitter username, which here I'm just using the Adobe one, and next we've got the text or content for our link, which is this, and as you can see it's an image. So if I was to take this out and then stick it just down here, getting rid of the backslashes, you would see that we then have two images, one that isn't linked and then the actual link one, which is being dynamically brought in by PHP, just like our tweet here. So let's get rid of that. And as you see, come down, blah 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 blah, normal stuff. And then we echo out our Twitter link. And then in here we're echoing out our latest tweet. Now you can stick them together in one if you want. Let's see. But I've got mine coming out in two just so I can style them both a bit differently. Okay, so we've got our basic page layout here, and if we come over to this require once file here, which is tweets.php, I've got mine in the same folder. Make sure you know yours is linked correctly. You'll see we've got all this. Now, to say I'm not typing it out because that would just take ages, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to talk through it and then comment it as I go. So first off, we're just creating a variable called username, which is getting the content from the variable tweet user, which we've got up here, tweet user. Okay, and that just makes it easier for us. So gets Twitter username. Awesome. Next, we've got these two, start variable and end variable. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Which adds something to the beginning of our tweet and to the end. So we could put in here at Adobe, which is where our Twitter username is, and then come and check it out. And there it is. It's added to the beginning by at Adobe on the end. So you see it adds it by add Adobe on the end as well. And you can also use HTML and stuff in there if you want, but I'm going to leave those blank. Those are just little optional extras for you. So stick in here, add HTML to, that doesn't look right. Meh, whatever. Okay, next we've got this, our Twitter link. Now this is what's echoing out here. So let's just have a look. Start opening our link here and then getting it to href twitter.com and then adding in the Twitter user, which as you can see here is Adobe. So that then links it to Adobe, so twitter.com/Adobe. And then we're adding a little alt tag, which is at Adobe, and then a title, which is at Adobe again. So these two, alt and title, are exactly the same. So if we hover over it, you see we get a little pop-up saying at Adobe. Simple. And next, we are adding the link text in, which we set the variable for up here, which is that Twitter image, which is just rendering that out. So if we got rid of this link text, you would see it would just render out nothing, but nothing visually. If we view the source, you can see the link code is there. There's just nothing inside the brackets or whatever. So get rid of that, bring it back, and you can see it's back both there, and there's our image there. Awesome. So this is just get link text and echo. Okay, simple. Next we're getting the feed for our Twitter account. So we're just finding search.twitter.com/search.atom, which is the feed, and then a few PHP variables from, and then the username, and then just a little bit extra on the end to make sure we just get that user. Very simple. So here we're just getting let's use this feed. Next is basically what this does just down here. There we go. All this makes our tweet readable by the browser and make sure all the links and stuff are still in the right place and work. So basically it takes the feed, breaks it apart, and then sort of replaces any bits of HTML that normally wouldn't be replaced properly and will just echo out as that instead of what it should be, like that, and then brings it all back together. Simple. So behind the scenes. And finally down here we get to echo out our tweet. So we just make a variable called latest tweet, which as you can see is echoing out here, and then we're just making that variable equal to the start variable up here, and then getting the pass feed of tweet feed, which is all this stuff, and then finally adding on end, which is up here again, and then that just echoes out in here. And that's it. That is how you make a Twitter feed for your website.